Would you want to be a woman in the society? Would you want to be a person of color in the society? And if your answer is no, then there's a problem.
The Equal Rights Amendment attempts to level the playing field. My senator at the time that we were voting on the equal rights said he was going to vote no because he wanted his wife to be on a pedestal and not down where ordinary people congregate.
Women make 70 cents on a dollar of what men make. Do you know that Hispanic women make 43 cents on a dollar? And that's about what black women make. And that inequity is intolerable.
My first recollection of hearing about the ERA, I remember saying, well, why wouldn't people want everyone to be equal? My friends would have said, of course we'd vote for the ERA, but I do not think any of my friends would have said, I want to be a feminist.
We are finally going to overcome
Feminism. Feminism was the word that was, I'm not a feminist, that's horrible, has negative connotations, and so that was paired with, I think, the ERA.
jobs, peace, and freedom.
I was one of the founders of the Women's Political Caucus because I was a delegate to the 1972 Democratic Convention, and we started working on the ERA.
The International Women's Year Conference was a UN-sponsored event. It was international in scope.
I was on the planning commission for that conference, and we expected 600 women.
I was one that wanted to try to bridge the gap between the conservative and liberal groups of people that were there.
We said to ourselves, you know, why don't we include the Relief Society in this planning effort? So we did. And the next thing we knew, there had gone out a letter from Ezra Taft Benson to all the wards in the whole state that they should each send 10 women from their wards with one man as chaperone to this conference. So we had planned for 600. And suddenly we had 13,000. And they were 13,000 people who were terrified of 600 feminists.
They thought we might embarrass the state of Utah by doing something that they didn't like.
And they would have nothing to do with it. They literally tore down the booze that we had. The whole thing was a very chaotic situation. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints put the same kind of effort into killing the ERA that they put into killing gay marriage in California, and they killed it.
And it's very emotional still. You can summon tears from me on this every time.
I can't imagine having a representative who's actually representing me and then voting against it. It is very important to make sure that these conversations continue to happen about the ERA. You know, my mom talking to me, my mom talking to my nieces, you know, they are little activists.
Young women take many of the advances that we have made for granted. I think that we could lose them in a snap.
For me, the most impactful thing is voting and getting people out to vote, because not a lot of people get out to vote.
I've decided learning is often more powerful when it's experienced. It's not secondhand like a book.
Pay attention and be active and press for your rights, because they'll be taken away from you. Nobody, particularly men, give away power easily. It's
time to pass the ERA. Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged